Yeah? I'll go to the
Oh, all right. Yep, doing good. Is it?
I believe in the good things coming, 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 coming. I believe in the good things coming, 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 coming. Gradually, thoughts, the mind slowing down to a single point, rather concentration. Stay still just for a few more minutes.
reflect and remember this moment. Even your active yoga, your intention to commune as one. Now feel the front of your body is open. You want to be open and receiving this gesture, receiving all the gifts of the universe, and also ready to give. Ready to listen, ready to connect with your inner intuitive God self, God source within. So you're able to hear, you're able to listen to the truth, speak the truth.
Into a possible place where they can become something fresh. And then Brahma is, his woman is Saraswati, and she is the goddess of creation. So you see her, she's all around here in Bali too, and that's because there's a long story of Saraswati's curse why Brahma has no temples devoted to him and no imagery of him. So long story, I'll tell you later, it's good enough. So what you see here in Bali is Saraswati. You don't see Brahma, you'll see Saraswati, so that's his woman. And she plays the Venu, she rides the swan, she is all of the elemental forms of creation that could take form in forms of grammar, Sanskrit, mantra, chanting, all those creative arts. So she is the goddess of creation. And so we see her for Brahma. And then Vishnu is the lord of sustaining things, keeping things in balance. You'll often see images of Vishnu who's laying on his side, and that's because when he holds it all steady, so he can relax. He kind of rides the wave of the currents of consciousness where things are going okay, because he's doing that work to keep things in that midline, holding it balanced. And so his wife is Shri, or Lakshmi, and she has many, many names as well. But Lakshmi is the goddess of abundance, harmony. You'll see images of her where she's usually standing on a lotus and she's got the coins falling out of her hands. She sometimes has the two elephants next to her. Her name is Gajalakshmi in that form. Just more auspicious and harmonious forms of how things can work well. Sometimes she's considered like a good luck charm. So you'll see images of Lakshmi around too. But Vishnu also, because he is the sustainer, he's the one that comes into many forms. He has avatars, and so you'll see images of him from the story of the Ramayana. He's the form of Rama in the story of the Ramayana. He is Krishna in the Gita. He's a lot of different things. He has 10 avatars. So he shows up when things need sustaining again, when things need to be brought back into harmonious balance once again.
First we need to understand what the word power means, and then recognize how power in the right sense is something that we can cultivate within our practices gradually over time, and can be something as a teacher that we can help other people find. We can't give it to them, although we have seen over the years certain individuals who can offer Shakti Pat or through touch or presence can transfer power. It tends to be normally temporary and offered as an aid to help individuals over a period. But ultimately it is something that we have to find for ourselves, and that we have to help our students find that for themselves. And I think that's our role. So ultimately as a teacher, what we need to do is to teach the individual You no longer need us. Thank you.
And go all the way back. The big giant back, shoulder back, all from getting the legs to be strong. So if you're just trying to get the legs straight, often this happens, the curl under happens, or even if this leg stays straight, it's just trying to get the outward force. It's without it. Lower down, and he's going to come in then and hold her under ankle, or hold under her ankle, yeah. So now she's going to push, and what that does is embrace. It starts to engage these leg muscles, so she doesn't even need me. And then the tops of the thighs go back, and then she can go up. That's it. Hold her ankle for me. So just so you show in the demo, yes, stay with it the whole time. So this is how you'll do it with each other. One person on the hips, one person on the ankle, no one gets hurt, everybody's safe, and then she stretches like crazy. Good, and now one leg down. Just release it, and then you go with her.
My identity was wrapped up in the athlete I've become and what I was doing and how my entire everyday was lived, and I no longer had it. So one was the option of first A, how am I going to heal myself physically, and how am I going to heal myself mentally and emotionally, because I was beyond devastated. And I saw many doctors, and one wanted to do surgery, one didn't, what can I do? As I began to go through the healing process, I opted not to do surgery right away, and that was when I got into all the core disciplines. That's why I teach that stuff so much now. I got into Pilates. Beyond the physical strength that I was able to gain from the practices of the Pilates and the core fusion and now the yoga were amazing, because I was able to live my life the way I wanted to, and I wasn't feeling hampered by injuries that I had sustained. I had that point in order to be teaching the Pilates and all these other things to people. But the additional shift came that everyone's talking about, that it is so much beyond, physical practice. Yes, like you need to keep your body healthy and strong so you can receive all the benefits. But disease comes, in my opinion, just think of the word, is dis-ease. Dis-ease in the body, dis-ease in the mind, dis-ease in the spirit. So if we can come together and get on our mats and we can breathe and we can ground and we can center and we can connect, whatever that connection is to you, whether it's spirit, whether it's nature, whether it's oneness, yourself, which so many of us are terrified of, at times myself included. That's where the practice of yoga, I believe, has the immense power to heal, to change, to shift, to transform, and to create the life that we all, want to live.
African dance.
How was that?
That's a porta potty. They have toilet seat, sanitized spray in there to wash the seat. There's not only, they actually have toilet paper, hand towels, a sink. There's flowers in that thing with foamy stuff for your hands to wash it off. Now, if I was rating toilets, it would be definitely 3 Michelin stars, 5 mobile stars. A bit better than Burning Man, I'll say for sure. Totally impressed. With an attendance, amazing.
We will seal today's practice feeling these 3 aspects, joining ourselves in a very subtle way through our voice, vocalizing one long and deep Om to seal the practice of today. So take a deep inhale and take a deep exhale. Inhale to vocalize.
Yeah, the book Better Together by Robert Putnam, he mentions one of the community building forces of social capital is singing in a choir. You wouldn't expect that, but it's a very important thing to create vibration.
Creativity, creatively, and to say yes to those crazy ideas and potentials that you have inside of you. How many of you have hooped as adults? Okay, great. So whatever level you are, this is going to be perfect for you. Sometimes we'll be hooping on the body, and sometimes we'll use the hoop as a tool. I just realized I have a few more hoops, so is there someone here who needs one? 2? Great. There is some assembly acquired with these. And it will mess up a manicure, so just that's the warning. Anyone else? Take 4, take 6. You don't need a bigger hoop. I don't think at this moment. Thank you, love. You're going to stand in the center of your personal universe, where honestly it is all about you. So go ahead and find your center. You're going to take your feet about hip distance apart. You're going to go ahead and lift up your toes and then take them down. From here, do what you can to drop your mental energy down into your feet. So if you need to lift those toes again a few times, maybe lift up the heels. Practice rocking back and forth, but whatever you're doing, you're dropping the mind into the feet.
You guys will do anything, I love it. I am happy, sing it. I am happy, I am good. And who can that be? Happy, oh happy, happy as can be. Who can that be? Happy, oh happy, happy as can be. Now face it, friend. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, let it shine. I'm gonna let it shine. Yeah, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Come on, beat it like you mean it. Let it shine. Show my love. 1 more minute. Everywhere I go, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Yes, you are. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine.
निधिये छाया देवी सुखपतिये.
So you can get really sick from drinking a bad coconut. It's good practice for oral sex. You want to protect yourself with oral sex? Here's the thing, it's just like a coconut. Look first, then smell, taste, and then swallow. Because if you don't pause and breathe and feel, you might have a bad coconut. It might make you really sick. Look, smell, taste, swallow.
Once more. Okay. This time, when we do it, you're allowed to change directions. And what I mean by that is, suppose you go chung, you can go from, and you can go boom here, or you can go from here, and you go this way, and you go boom. Let's all come together. Okay?
Person's eyes. Keep looking into their eyes.
And try to make sure that you actually do the movement at the same time. So when I'm looking, I don't even know who the leader and who the follower is. So I think you're both doing it together. Stay really connected with your eyes. And go slow with your movements. Go slow. Be purposeful. And try to connect. So that with your partner, you actually don't even need to follow after a point because you just know what they're doing. Keep the connection in your eyes. Keep the connection in your eyes. Sometimes it's hard because our eyes are really windows. So don't lose the eye connection. And try to drop in and concentrate. Switch leaders. No fast movements. Keep your eye connection. Keep your eye connection. And you have to look at each other. You have to look at each other the whole time. And try not to move fast. Move slowly so that you're always connected. It's fine, you guys didn't know who was the leader for a while. It's okay, go ahead. Don't look away from your partner's face ever. Your eyes are always connected. Your eyes are always connected. Always keep your eyes connected. No looking up. You can't look up. You can't look up because you can't read the connection. leaders. Switch leaders. Keep your eye connection. Keep your eye connection. Keep your eye connection. Look at your partner's side. Keep your eyes connected. Don't look at the ground. There's some things you can't do as movements because you're responsible for your partner, and that's okay. And switch leaders again.
Walk good. Slowly walk. Slowly toes back. Now tuck your toes. Tuck your legs in. Yes. Now go up. Very good. Elbows in. Elbows in. If you want to go down, just stay down. Don't get tummy.
And it's quite receptive, open and anchored to the multi-dimensional realms. Thank you, great wizard, for playing your part. You can come out of hiding now. Can you relate to that?
So next you can bring your legs in and calm down. Very good. Now is actively squeezing his legs a little bit, not choking, but he's actively bringing his thighs in a little bit so you can feel the support. Okay, that is important too.
Flex your palms, feel that heart energy through the pinky resonating out.
So what have you got there?
A little bit of everything. Yeah, pad thai, dried kale, jicama, carrots, onion, bean sprouts, go-go berries, goji berries.
Goji berries.
Corn, I forgot. I don't know, we'll dig in, we'll find out.
What's this called?
It's just a salad from alchemy with a little bit of everything.
You're Jeff, transformational healer.
Transformational Jeff. That's what they call me in the Bay. It's transformational breath we do. Yeah. Anyway.
And if anyone's interested in finding out more about that?
Google transformational breath.
Okay. Why is it a good thing?
Too much to talk about here. Change your life, make you happy.
That's pretty good. I think that's selling it enough. Anyway, I'll let you get back to your amazing salad.
Okay, thanks.
Processes of death, we started to talk about it a little bit yesterday. From my experience, I'm talking from my experience, I'm not making any of this up. A lot of it has been confirmed from things I've read, but I've had numerous near-death experiences. And in near-death experiences, anybody had a near-death experience? You'll remember it if you did. Sometimes in near-death experiences, maybe in your near-death experience, you have a life review, right? Did that happen to you? You want to mention anything about it? Or?
After about, it seemed like 5 minutes, which was probably about 45, 60 seconds, things got very peaceful. And I went into a dream state. And I gave up. So it was at that time that the pilot crashed the place. There was one of my friends behind me who risked his life to save me. I was able to dislodge my kayak and my body from the tree.
This tiny amount of chemical substance is released into your brain, and it creates a kundalini awakening, or samadhi, where your mind and your body and spirit fuse with the divine mind. And in a very short period of time, which you said might have been 45 seconds, you had all those visions, right? Yeah. Yeah, in the DMT experience, which is also an experience that you can have in ayahuasca ceremonies, shamanic ayahuasca ceremonies, you can see your whole life in one instant. So you have millions of observations that occur at the same time. The other thing is, if we're all looking for mastery, right, in our lives. A master is somebody who expresses or experiences joy and happiness, wisdom in their life, experiences it. and then passes it on to other people on a continuous basis, no matter what their situation. So you can have a terminal illness and still be happy. If you understand the nature of existence, eternity, if you believe in the spiritual nature of life, it doesn't matter your circumstance, you can still be happy. You know, you might have moments of despair or sadness, but you can break free of those.
I, like many of my colleagues, had a journey through, I was in the music business for many years in London and New York and LA, and I enjoyed it to the full, and it took its toll, and there was at one point a moment where I had no choice then to make a change. That change didn't involve yoga, it involved all sorts of other personal and therapeutic approaches. And so I, for a long period of time, while I was going through a period of healing, felt that I wasn't really in control. I was seeking that help from others. I was finding that I needed other people, whether it be lying on a couch or being massaged or being trained into this or that, being informed about certain spiritual or psychological approaches. I felt I was always dependent. I wasn't conscious of that fact, but I recognized once I started the practice of yoga that finally I found my boots, for want of a better term. And I found that yoga put the responsibility back to yourself and fairly and squarely pointed the finger back at you in a very compassionate way, I might add. It wasn't like an accusing finger. It was just a reminder that it's you have to do the work. Nobody can do it for you. A teacher can guide you, assist you, but you have to do the work yourself. And it can take a very long time. It does take a very long time. And we just need to make that decision to take that step. So our job really in the world of health and healing is to just encourage as many people as possible to be courageous and to accept the many millions of hands that are out there in all sorts of professions where self-responsibility is of paramount importance, of significance. Just to reach forward and accept that hand and know that they will be led and guided, hopefully, with compassion and with care, and hopefully also with experience. We've all been there, we've all been in those dark places, and we know what it's like. And I think we all understand that nearly every yoga teacher hasn't come down from the mountain, they have come up from the gutter, or at least a shady corner of the street.
The drummer is the shaman, kind of manipulating energy, then the singers are doing the bhakti yoga thing and singing the songs, and it's the job of the dancers to actually channel the energy from that force into the community, and that's where the trance dance tradition comes from. The translation is literally to be mounted by the deity, and so you see some amazing things. I've seen like old lady, 90-year-old, coming with her cane and being helped onto a chair, and then the drum starts and he goes, and she gets up and picks up a guy and starts talking to the guy about he hasn't been faithful to his wife. You know, it's like when the trance gets into you, you become a channel for healing and for truth. Breathe in.
of yoga implies balance. And while there may be a predominant attention, of course, directed towards the light, for want of a better term, there is, or where there is light, there is shadow. It is a question of whether you view that shadow as a positive or a negative force in one's growth. And most schools of yoga, most philosophers of yoga, and usually even contemporary spiritual philosophers, have have teachings to address what people see as the dark side, and actually, in many ways, empower it as being perhaps our greatest arena of self-discovery, self-knowledge, self-study, is what we learn that is most valuable to us, is to understand where that shadow side, which we have seek to kind of disown and label to be bad, is actually not. It is it's just how we have become to perceive it as human beings, and we need to address our dialogue with the dark side.
So you've got to be open to falling in love at any age with any being. And I'm talking, it can be amorous, it can be intimate. Without love, you don't feel like living. We are beings of love. They say the dolphins are the most intelligent mammals. Well, first, they don't drink milk after they're weaned. Second, they do three things. Three things in their life. 1/3 of it is eating. 1/3 of it is playing. And 1/3 of it is making love. Love. Enjoy. Enjoy experiencing the vibration of love.
Going all right here at the Bali Spirit Festival, and there's a lot of amazing people. So every individual is so different on every level, I would say, and it's interesting to meet everybody.
So continue with your show. It's good. It's good. Back of the bus show.
Did you meet a lot of Canadians here?
No, she's like the third one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I met a lot of people from all over the world though. Mostly the States. A lot of people from like the States that are right into their yoga, like the teachers and stuff like that. Found that there was quite a few that own like studios and are pretty into their yoga.
So is everyone a bit sad that the festival is winding down?
I'm pretty tired, so I'm pretty happy that I get a day
I'm
off.
definitely sad because it seems like I just got here Wednesday and now it's like bam.
Yeah, it's done.
Sunday? What?
Yeah.
And now where do you go back home?
Almost. Yes, I'm heading home Wednesday.
To where?
To Switzerland.
Oh wow.
I always throw parties. Like I'm like the kind of entertainer guy. day,
10 minutes
in the morning.
at least.
Yeah. Oh, I'm thinking like
Everybody
sessions.
can do that.
I'm thinking sessions. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because once you've got like a foundation, you can practice at home. And so like me, I practice every day at home. Because like in Switzerland, yoga classes are super expensive.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's why like I really enjoyed, like here you get a pass and you get like tons of like, it's almost like I was like, why can't I like divide myself into 6 pieces so that I can be like at every spot like all day long.
I know. It sucks because like there's so many classes that like overlapped, like good teachers that overlapped that you wanted to take and that you couldn't.
What were your favorites? Favorite thing that you did on this festival?
Oh, I really liked Gwyn. So like when I first like I heard the way he speaks, I was like, oh god, I don't think I can be in this class. And I was like, oh, you shouldn't be so prejudgmental. Give it a try. And I thought like it was really great. Then Ronan, what was the Chinese guy?
Oh,
Ronan.
I really love him.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think like
Sapphire's dance class.
Oh, I haven't made it to Sapphire nor Jocelyn.
Amazing.
Sapphire.
Jocelyn is great.
Sapphire's dance class is great.
Was that,
but that
today?
Ronan, he really impressed me.
Yeah.
Like, which was like,
He did one today and he did 2 at the start, the first 2 days. 28th, 29th.
What else?
And to dance. Who dance with the
oh, sure, Alba. I'm totally in love with her. So I think she's great. Then, what is her name? Cherry? I love Cherry. She's awesome.
Cherry.
Yeah, Cherry Ray. If you haven't practiced with her, please people take a chance next time.
She's crazy. Like, are you talking to the girl that's really vocal?
Yeah,
she's
has a
like
really
strong voice, and she's like, you don't like my class, then get out.
Yeah, but she loves yoga.
You're gonna push. She has really emotions. She puts her emotions into everything she does. She has huge intentions. I love her class.
No, I totally like. I'm absolutely. When I first I first laid my eye on her, I was like, oh, I love that chick.
I'll back you. I'll back you on that one. Yeah, no, she's cool. Yeah.
You serious?
I'm dead serious. Yeah, she's fucking. She's good.
What was your favorite? Madame Cappuccino.
She's good.
My favorite was clearly Julie Dorman.
Yes, another great teacher.
Yeah.
She was the first one that I took.
Anya Sarah?
The first day.
Me too. I was in that class also. She was amazing.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
And that's like
Simon Lowe also.
Very
nice.
I went home and slept for
Did
hours.
anybody take Danny Paradise's class?
Yes.
Just brief hop-ins.
Yeah.
Listening to what he was talking to.
Yeah, I just seen him like today actually, but he just did it like for 15 minutes. But he looks like an interesting person to learn from.
He's been teaching since 35 years. He's like one of the
most experienced teachers.
I wouldn't say the most, but one of the currently like walking the planets, like really experienced. Like there was one guy supposed to come, Mark Whitman. Whitman. Yeah, Whitman, exactly. Like, he's also great. Yeah. And who else? Ian was also great.
Ian is awesome.
Yeah. Ian was awesome. We're getting the fins to move those here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So grounded.
Yeah.
He's so
surfer dude personality. There's no other way to describe him.
Yeah, I've heard about him too.
Awesome. I took his classes.
and lovely teaching also. Lovely sequences, everything.
Yeah. He cracks you up. He throws away all the F words and all that, but in a good way. So you crack up holding poses and you crack up laughing. They imagine doing Trikonasana and and then he throws a joke, and you just laugh.
So is this a once in a lifetime kind of festival, or will you be back?
Oh, I will be back. I'll definitely be back. Because anyway, I want to come back to the island, so it's always a good excuse. Oh, it's the yoga festival. And I hope that my friend will still be working here, so I have like 2 excuses.
You're all first timers at Holy Spirit?
Yes. And how many times have you been?
Me? Would it be a show off if I say I come every year?
Yeah.
True though.
Yeah.
The first Holy Spirit, 2000.
the shower by the pool?
They were clean. Oh, is that?
You did that?
No, the girls were doing that beside me. They were like, she's like, don't step there, I'm peeing. I'm like, what, really?
The additional toilets
They were clean for a festival.
It's new. It's only been there 3 years. The first and the second Bali Square. There's actually little toilets if you know the Bali up and down. Now the Byron Yoga up and down.
But they were
closed. Right, but on the first and second year they opened those. And those are the only toilets. Plus the one in the healing hut.
Yeah.
Originally the first and second year was only for organizing or whatever, but people were like, I'm gonna pee my pants! And I was over there like, fine, and just to squeeze it. So the 8 toilets actually already an improvement.
So are you a volunteer?
Okay, so next year 16 toilets.
Pardon me?
So next year 16 or 20 toilets?
Oh, I will pass down that message to Megan tomorrow.
Yes, please, because like 8 toilets, like, and especially like what I thought, like you got like 15-minute slots in between classes, and everyone wants to enjoy the full class, and so in between these 15 minutes, you got like how many people queuing up to go pee? It's like
Yeah.
it's really.
Yeah, that's true. If they're gonna have more people, that's a good point.
And they didn't think though, they didn't expect to
Sell out.
So this is the first time ever that I actually sold out.
Yeah. I booked my ticket in October.
Yeah, they were surprised. They
How
took them
about
by
the
surprise.
teachers last year? Or
The teachers
in the
have
last years?
The teachers have been different. The only constant so far is Rebecca Flom for Kundalini. She's been a constant since the first year. But you get different. Well, if you're familiar with names like Duncan Wong from New York, the Jiva Bhakti, the guy that reportedly taught Madonna yoga the first time, he came the first and the third year. Katie Appleton from London, the Apple Yoga. Katie came.
So it was always international teachers?
Oh, yeah, and we got local teachers as well.
I believe in the good things coming.